I am Dr. Ozzy Okonohwa, Program Manager, FCT Emergency Medical Service and Ambulance System. This system revolves around a quick response to medical emergencies only in the Federal Capital Territory. And we respond basically by providing emergency ambulance support, as well as treatment in dedicated treatment centers to persons who require medical attention that will span a period of 48 hours. Because everybody here is not necessarily medically trained, we have taken them through some courses in basic life support, as well as on stress management. We've also taken them through monitor and evaluation courses. We've also built their capacity in a lot of other areas, so that they can adequately respond to calls. Bear in mind also that some of the calls that we get could also be prank calls. And so we need to prepare them for all, shades of emergencies. However, we've also trained them to be able to triage, to know what is medical emergency and what is not medical emergency. But first and foremost, I won't blame those who do not believe that it's possible to actually get response in the event of medical emergencies. But what I will say is that actually government has put in place measures to ensure that everybody who calls for an ambulance gets response immediately. So for us in the FCT Emergency Medical Service and Ambulance System, we are poised to take all manner of calls that comes to us and be able to respond to all that require medical intervention at the time they put a call across to us. So what I would say is that let's begin to have faith in the system. FCT Emergency Medical Service and Ambulance System has responded to over 100 calls so far in the last 1 year, and we are ready to do more. And every time we respond, we save a life. Okay, one of the first things we did was to digitalize our response system, such that you don't have to place calls directly, through the 11-digit number. We receive calls here on our desktops, and we're able to respond and dispatch, ambulances using simple clicks. However, we've gone a step further. We are working with a couple of other stakeholders to ensure that if the people who are requesting for ambulance sometimes don't need to even make calls. By simply sending us a message on WhatsApp, we are also able to respond. Once that is deployed, everybody in the Federal Capital Territory can simply use WhatsApp. In addition to that, we also want to see how we can equip the general public on how to respond to medical emergencies. So you actually can save a life while you're calling for the ambulance. FEMSAS is here to serve. You do not have to convey your loved ones in a cramped up vehicle or on a bike to the hospital. Simply call FEMSAS and an ambulance will be at your doorstep within the shortest possible time.